Hi, this is Brian Bell, and I wanted to explain a little more about my patent. Here's the patent. It's 8978942, and this is the breakaway part. So when you pull it, you're going to break the watch away. But there's also a couple things on here. Is the extended band. It's on page 2 and on page 3. And what this is for is when you wear your wristwatch, it's right here. When you turn it over, see where the band is? Well, this band wants to settle right there. It naturally does that. So when it does this, your watch is over here, and people constantly adjust it. And see, there it is. So what I did was extend it, and that's what this is. You can move the buckle to a different location. Here's a prototype. Maybe I'll flip this over to see it better. Okay, can I zoom in on that? Can you see that good?
Yeah.
And so there's 3 different holes. Here's the original band, and then I cut the band off just as this is a prototype. So now there's a second location and a third. This is for people that have large wrists. So I'll go ahead and break this off. Then we're going to take and put this on, because here's the original. And you can see where the band would be there. So you can move it down to the second location. This is for people with large wrists. So on the safety version, you back these out. And then you put it in. Do that. Now when I put it on, it's longer. I'll try to do this here. So now I'm on a longer. I was on 5. Now I'm on what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So look here. Remember I said that's where it settles? Oh, well, look here. That's right where it is. So a lot of people, this will prevent watch twisting. So people, their watches do that all the time, like I just showed you. Well, for me, my wrist, it's better for me if it's this, instead of here where the buckle was, I scoot it down to the second notch, and see the extra is still under there. So you don't have to trim it off. It's just like your insoles on your shoes. You can trim it off and extend it. Now, if you have a very large wrist, you can undo this. I'll go ahead and undo it here. And of course, this is a prototype, so keep the laughing to a minimum. And you unscrew this, pull the pin out, see the pin? And then you can scoot it down to the last one. I can do this here, it's not super easy. Get my hand in there. Okay, it's a little bit harder because it's a prototype. It's not exact measurements. And just a little bit. Okay, now it's on the very last setting, and that's like a 5-inch. So there's people at work, one guy has a 10-inch wrist, and he said he cannot buy a wristwatch. Well, look, that'll fit a very large wrist. So you're going to break into the market of people that wear large wrists. Now also on the patent, see this spring Tang, and I so happen, here's a prototype that I made a long time ago. It's a Timex Ironman, and here's the spring Tang, if you see that real well. but this is also, I made this by hand. So you could put that in there, and then when it'll break. See, this comes right through there. This pops off. But say you're on a very, very dangerous machine, your watch pops off like a watch off works. Then you have this strap that's in the machine flopping around. That's enough to hit you and pull you into the machine maybe. Well, that's what the spring tang is these will come apart. Just like that. Also, you could sell these on watches, and maybe you can have a safety spring tang is all you need. So that's the prototypes and showing you the extra designs for the patent. Here's the band where there's 3 different holes where I showed you how to move it down. So that's on the last hole, second, and then the original first hole. You could put more in there to give more choices. People like which one it's on, and like your insoles in your shoes. You can chop that off, cut it off, and throw it away. So thank you very much.